All right, today we're diving deep into the Meta Ads Manager. We're going to go way beyond the basic setup that everybody does and unlock 5 kind of hidden, super powerful features that can absolutely supercharge your results.
You know, it's a question we all ask ourselves, right? It's easy enough to get a campaign up and running, but making sure every single dollar you spend is working as hard as it possibly can, well, that's the real game. And let's be honest, it's so easy to just stick with the defaults.
And that's exactly the problem. The Meta platform is massive, and it's packed with these incredible tools that most people, they just never even find them. And that's where you start leaving money on the table and missing out on huge opportunities.
But not today. We are going to pull back the curtain on 5 specific, kind of secret features that can totally change your campaign performance and, hey, save you a ton of time and money in the process.
Okay, let's jump right in with our very first feature. Now this solves a super common and honestly a really costly mistake that I see advertisers make all the time, without even knowing it.
Seriously, think about it. Every time you launch a new campaign to find new customers, you've got to remember to go in and manually exclude your existing customer list. It's a pain, it's easy to forget, and when you do, you're literally paying good money to show ads to people who are already your customers. It's a total waste.
So, the solution is this amazing feature called audience segmentation. It is the definition of a set-it-and-forget-it tool. You create these audience rules just one time, and Meta automatically applies them to all of your campaigns, forever.
And the difference is just night and day. On one hand, you've got this constant, repetitive, manual work that you can easily mess up. On the other, you do a smart, one-time setup that guarantees you're efficient and accurate from now on. You're basically trading all that busy work for a little bit of one-time brain power. So, here's the bottom line. In just a few clicks, you can make sure your ads are always hitting fresh new prospects and, at the same time, retargeting people who've shown interest. Just one little pro tip. Make sure you update your customer list every 2 or 3 weeks to keep it all fresh.
All right, let's move on to our second feature. This one really builds on targeting and gives you this incredible granular level of control over exactly where your ad budget is going.
Oh man, this is another classic, isn't it? You've set up your audience, but for some reason the algorithm is still showing your ads to people who are, well, they're just not going to buy. And every dollar you spend on the wrong person just pushes your cost per purchase higher and higher.
This is where value rules come in, to save the day. This tool literally lets you give the Meta algorithm a direct order. You can tell it exactly who is more valuable to you, which forces it to spend your money way, way smarter.
And it's so incredibly simple to set up. For that jewelry brand we were talking about, you can literally tell Meta, hey, for men, decrease my vid by 90%. You're not just hoping the algorithm figures it out anymore, you are explicitly telling it to stop wasting your money where it just doesn't make sense.
Okay, now for a feature that makes one of the most important parts of any campaign, creative testing, so much easier. We've all been there. The old way of testing creatives was this ridiculously complicated mess of campaigns and ad sets just to figure out which picture or which video worked best. It was so much work that, honestly, a lot of people just didn't do it. Thankfully, there is a much, much simpler way now. Right at the ad level, you'll find a built-in creative testing tool. It takes that whole complicated process and just puts everything you need in one clean, simple spot. This thing is an absolute game changer. It gets rid of all the complexity and all the guesswork. You can quickly get a clear answer on which creative is your winner, and then you can put your real budget behind it with total confidence.
All right, this next one is a huge one for anyone running lead gen campaigns. We're going to talk about solving one of the biggest headaches in the business, lead quality.
I mean, is there anything more frustrating for a sales team than getting a list of leads and half of them aren't even interested or ready to talk? It's just a huge drain on time, on morale, on everything.
The solution is this really smart feature inside Instant Forms called conditional logic. It actually lets your form change on the fly based on how people answer questions. It's like having a bouncer for your lead form, only letting the good ones through.
And this example shows you exactly how powerful it is. If someone says they're not ready to buy anytime soon, you can just set a rule to end the form right there. Boom, you stop wasting their time, and, way more importantly, you make sure your sales team only gets leads from people who are actually ready to have a conversation. And for our 5th and final feature, let's look at an amazing tool for tapping into one of the most powerful marketing channels out there today, creators and influencers.
Look, working with influencers can be a total game changer, right? But it usually comes with crazy high agency fees, a whole lot of guesswork, and that constant risk of partnering with someone who, well, isn't really a great fit for your audience.
Well, Meta actually built a direct solution for this problem right inside its own platform, the Creator Marketplace. You should think of it like a super-powered search engine for finding your perfect brand partners, and it's all backed by Meta's own data.
What's so amazing here is the incredible depth of the data. You can filter creators not just by how many followers they have, but by the actual demographics of their audience. You can see their real reach, their interaction rates, and even their special skills, like making videos with strong hooks. It completely replaces guesswork with hard data.
So when you boil it all down, the biggest takeaway is really simple. The real wins, the big improvements in performance, they happen when you decide to step outside the default settings and start playing with these more advanced, more powerful tools.
So that's the real question, isn't it? Which one of these are you going to try first? Whether it's automating your audiences, adding value rules, or finding that perfect creator, the tools are just sitting there, waiting for you. Now you just have to go and put them to the test.